Good morning, everybody. My name is Fyre. I am the dad of the family. It is 7 in the morning. I am really tired right now, but I'm excited because we're going to be doing our first of many hotel reviews of the hotels down in Las Vegas. We live here because we're stationed here, so we figured might as well take advantage of that. The kids are asleep. We gotta be quiet. We gotta be really quiet. Oh, by the way, the first hotel we're going to be doing today is the Aria Hotel and Resort. And disclaimer, Aria was not conceived in the Aria Hotel Resort. I've gotten that question asked quite a few times. So Amanda's in the shower right now. I'm going to be jumping in soon after whenever she's done. The whole purpose of today's episode is that we're going to have an expensive room and we're going to have a cheap room so you can kind of bounce in between what options you have and what's worth it to you. We're also going to do a spa review on Amanda's blog whenever she gets that up and running. So in the meantime, for us leaving, why don't you go ahead and take a look at some of the history of the Aria Hotel and Casino.
All right, here we go. So this is the Aria Resort and Casino located in the middle of the strip favoring the south side. Really cool hotel, guys. It has a 5-diamond rating from the American Automobile Association, 4,004 guest rooms and suites, 16 restaurants, 10 bars and nightclubs, and 150,000 square foot casino. Let's not forget about the pools in the back. 215,000 square feet, yes. Salon, spa, convention center. It's amazing. This hotel is 100% probably one of my favorite ones that we stayed at so far, mostly because of how it's designed. It is very open-ended. You could just walk all the way through it. No more of these corridors that you would see with the Bellagio or the MGM Grand where you're looking at the wall and then deciding, oh shit, am I supposed to go to the left or am I supposed to go to the right? I don't know. Anyway, this is the Vdara, which is on the northwest side. Sister hotel to the Aria. They share a lot of the same amenities. This is the Cosmopolitan, which is directly to the north. As you can see in the little bottom right there, that's the Marquee Day Club. But we're going to scroll around and we're going to see what it looks like on the backside. You can see there's a tennis court. That is the Cosmo. We will cover that hotel in the future. Directly to the south, or really to the east right now, is the Shops of Crystals, and that's the Waldorf Astoria. To the west, the Park MGM. So there's a lot of good options here for food, for walking around, for shopping, with the Crystal shops right on the outside. Definitely give that a shot if you're into outlet sales. Those are just great. This is the pool area. There are 3 big elliptical pools. Underneath the groves right here, we have some of the hot tubs. You can't really see them because of 3D modeling, but that's fine. Over to the southwest, we have the Sky Lounge, or whatever it's called. We did get a penthouse for the night, but we didn't have access to this, so I have no clue how I was supposed to get there. But anyway, definitely amazing. Let's go ahead and talk about some of the history of the Aria Hotel and Casino. Way back in the day, in 1965, there was the Holiday Inn. Now this Holiday Inn, for all accounts, was probably the only Holiday Inn in Vegas at the time, but it had a restaurant, a cocktail lounge, and a meeting space, and it was just, you know, your run-of-the-mill Holiday Inn. They didn't even have any slot machines. I mean, gambling at this time wasn't really a big deal. It was kind of a new concept. But in 1977, notice that this is like 10 years later almost, the guy who was in charge of the Holiday Inn wanted to install 15 slot machines at the gift shop, but they were like, no, because he got charged with like tax evasion and stuff, which can be really bad for business. However, in the early 70s, they did open up a slot location called the Slot Joint, and after that, it was renamed the Viscount. So after it was renamed the Viscount, they're like, this is dumb, let's go ahead and name it the Boardwalk Hotel and Casino. So it was known as the Holiday Inn Boardwalk, and then known as just simply Boardwalk. And that was the theme. The theme of it was Coney Island, which is really cool. Now, it had been around for a while. In the 90s, it was bought out by Jacobs Entertainment, which bought it out for pretty much $9 million. And after that, they started expanding more of the area around. Now, MGM Mirage bought it in 2000, and that's when they dropped the Holiday Inn name. So up until 2000, it was known as the Boardwalk Holiday Inn, or Holiday Inn Boardwalk, whatever you want to call it. In 2006, the main tower was imploded, and it was really cool. It was really cool. But this particular property that was imploded, where it stood, was where the Waldorf Astoria was built. Now bear in mind, this was a rather large hotel at the time, so whenever they destroyed it, they built up the Waldorf Astoria, and they had all that extra room to build more stuff, and this led to the building of the Aria Hotel and Casino. hot is it today?
Really hot. I think the car said 105.
It's a family-friendly show, Amanda.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can't say words.
Okay, let's try that again then.
What's up, buddy? But,
Yeah. Thank you.
alright, we're going to the casino floor, so we probably can't record, so we're not going to record. Alright. Tell me what you see. What do you see? What are some of the cool things about this hotel?
Cool things about this hotel? The bar's right there.
Microphone's over here.
Okay.
The bar might be over there, but the microphone's
The bar's over there.
Yeah.
And then another bar behind you. So lots of bars. Vegas.
Scouting out for Lady Liberty.
Yeah, I'm trying. Or I played this like mob-like one.
What?
I played this like mob-like one. And I'm trying to find it.
So this is the deluxe king room. This is the more cost economic room if you really want something that's really nice, and it smells amazing in here. And something that I didn't notice, so these blinds opened up. As soon as we walked in, the temperature got colder and the blinds opened, and that was really cool. But anyway, let's start with the bathroom. So we're gonna go in here. Now, I like to steam up stuff. Why Fyre hates that I like to steam up stuff. However, this is a 2-in-1 shower bath going on right here. Nice towel, nice heavy door. And this is probably, I don't know, marble or fake shit. I don't know. But look at this. You stand right here, it's a shower. You stand right here, it's a tub. And it's a pretty deep tub too. I can't complain. But I think it's pretty cool. If you're one of those weight conscious individuals, there's a little bit of a fat person scale down there. So you can see how much you need to evaluate your life. Let's see what the number of the day is. Error. I'm dying. What's this? Fuck! Okay. And then in here we have the poop room. So it looks like a regular toilet. I'm not really a master of toilet science, so I don't know. But it's nice, really cool. Let's go and check out the actual stuff behind us, which looks like a closet and some shelves and stuff. So, big ass closet. That's nice. Bunch of drawers, and what I assume is another closet. Come on this way. this is a really nice room. You got yourself a king bed, you've got yourself a tablet, so if you want to order anything, you just can, right? You pull this right on out and be like, I wonder what adult suggestive things playing on HBO right now. You just hit the button, and oh wow, nothing, because Game of Thrones is dead. So also, another fun fact, I can control the room, the entirety of this room with here. Watch those curtains over there. Let's try some other things. So let's see, floor lamp. Let's just turn off all the lamps. Yep, cool. So the lamp on the right goes up and down. The reading light, I don't know which one it is. It's that one apparently. So hit that button, we can just turn it off, turn it on. Let's see, scenes. Jesus. I really want those drapes to close. That's hilarious to me. We can also set it, interesting fact, to do not disturb. So if you want to hit do not disturb, that works. It's kind of embarrassing that the drape thing doesn't work, but I'm sure it'll probably work in the luxury room. One way to find out, right? Okay, so yeah, you have a tablet that pretty much says everything that you can do, control a bunch of stuff in the room, which is really cool. So definitely check that out if you're here, sit around and play with it. When it comes to stuff in Vegas, you pay for what you get. So we got an economic room, as you can see, the view isn't that spectacular. Let's go see what we're looking at. So outside, the only real view that we have is the Vdara, which is right next door, which is the sister hotel for the Aria. Right around the corner, you can see the kneecap of Bellagio. Down there, we can see Vdara's pool, which looks like it's a little bit of a pool deck, which is pretty cool. We might go to the pool ourselves because it's kind of hot outside. All the way on the other side over there, you can see the palms. I'm sure the Rio is somewhere around the corner too. I also want to point out something. You don't see the kayak tree down there, Amanda?
No.
It's a massive tree of kayaks right there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. How do you say kayak tree? It's a pin. But anyway, that's pretty much this room from the outside in. It actually looks pretty nice. I can't complain. If you're here for a week, this would be the perfect room to do. But if you really want to check out the nice stuff upstairs, let's go see it.
Alright, so this is the panoramic suite for the Aria Hotel. We just walked through the front door, and the very first thing is a bathroom. Very random green sink. So this is just a half bath, so just a toilet and a sink. And when we first came in, there was music playing and the curtains opened up. So as you can tell, there's quite a bit to be seen outside. I'm not even sure what hotel that is.
I think it's the Cosmo.
Maybe. Well, there's Planet Hollywood. The Park MGM is all the way over there. You can kind of see New York, New York in the background.
So here Aria in the background.
Yeah, and you can hear Aria in the background. So this is the sitting area right here. So we got a couch, an ottoman. Is that what an ottoman is?
Yeah, I think so. It's
Okay.
either that or the Empire.
And then a chair. And then of course, you know, just a desk right here. And then, of course, all the stuff that you can buy right here.
This is a safe. Entirely that's a safe.
That's awesome. That's the mini fridge. And then, just like in the standard room, we also have the tablet here that we're supposed to be able to control everything with. So, room controls. And see if we can. They work here. And then separate room for the bed. So another king size bed in here. And to show off, you know, it's a panoramic. So this is the Cosmopolitan.
Cosmopolitan? Hey, look, we could be there.
I'd rather be at that pool than that one.
I have a feeling that's a nightclub
Oh, okay, that makes sense then.
or a day club.
Well, it is daytime, so. And then we have Planet Hollywood. So, and the best feature of this room, so here is the other bathroom. And you have a tub right in front of the windows. So here's a separate shower right here. Oh, Polo Towers using this for resort? No. And from here we can see Chili's and CVS. And then we have the double sinks here as well. And it has a bidet.
I know what I'm doing tonight. Say hi.
So we have Aria in the Aria. See, there's the safe. So, and then we have some shoes and a couple of robes in here as well. So I think the best feature of this hotel is the tub and of course just the view all the way around.
Which room do you think's better?
This one. What about you, Cam? Yeah, that's what you think? You think it's sleep time? Oh no. Say hi.
What are we doing now?
Going to go find some food.
Yeah?
Yes, I'm starving.
What options do they have here?
Well, for this time, not a whole lot. But we're going to go to the buffet.
Yeah.
And then they have the cafe. And for dinner time, they have Blossom, which is a Chinese restaurant. And then there's a few other options, but that one looked really good.
Yeah?
And then they have the place with Kobe.
Kobe? Kobe! Alright, what do you
I had
want
to
for
give you
dinner?
something.
What do you want for dinner?
We want to eat.
Alright, so we're going to talk about the buffet, which if you ever go to any Las Vegas place, you're going to have a buffet. That is the economic way of eating in Las Vegas, realistically speaking. How did you feel about Aria's buffet?
I liked it.
I liked it too.
It was delicious.
Like, well, I wouldn't say it was good. That's the thing that I bitch about, right? So, a lot of cafes, buffets, whatever, in Las Vegas are easily accessible, and this one, the way it was spread out was perfectly. There were tons of meal options, but I felt like the food wasn't good. It was greasy.
Really?
Yeah, I felt it was greasy.
Did you eat a lot of pizza?
I ate a lot of pizza.
They also had the seafood area in the middle.
They did have seafood.
It
looked like it had been there all day.
Oh, I didn't try any seafood.
3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Alright, so now we're going to talk about reviewing the hotel. Now that it's all said and done and that we're back home, we've had time to think about our experience in Las Vegas. We're going to start with location.
Well, I hate driving on the strip, so I don't think I'm the best one to rate the location.
Honestly, when push comes to shove, Aria is located dead center right next to Bellagio. So if you want to stay at an M Life property, which we always suggest that you do because M Life properties are really fair with their parking. So if you want to go to the Venetian, stay at the Mirage, walk across the street. If you want to go to Paris, stay at the Bellagio, walk across the street. Those are all options that you have. I personally feel that the Aria is in a perfect location because if I'm staying on the Strip, I don't want to stay on North Strip and I don't want to stay on South Strip because it's such a walk, especially if you're going to a show. So in terms of location, I'm gonna get it 5. That's the best location that you can get.
I'm gonna give it a 4, but that's just because I like to be at the end. I don't like dealing with the traffic. But if you're not driving, you're not dealing with the traffic.
This is true. You can always Uber and Lyft anywhere that you want to go, and it's pretty cost effective, and it doesn't take that much time. No matter how much traffic you have in Las Vegas Boulevard, you'll get where you're going, whether it's a monorail, walking, or taking an Uber or a Lyft. All right, cost versus reward. The Aria is an expensive hotel.
You really think so?
I think it's an expensive hotel.
I thought maybe... I don't think it was that expensive compared to everywhere else on the Strip.
What you gotta understand is that the Aria is very much a contemporary hotel. There's no gimmicks.
I will agree with that.
There's no gimmicks. It's not like Excalibur where it's medieval times and knights, and Bellagio where it's all ancient, Greek, I guess, or Caesar's Palace, where it's nothing but naked statues of David with their big ass. You know what I'm talking about. There's I feel like the cost versus reward. You're paying a lot to get a lot. It's a really fair hotel. It's just bear in mind it's a contemporary hotel. It's not gimmicky. I guess the best way to say. So cost versus reward. I'm gonna give it a 4.
I'm gonna give it a 5.
Betting level.
I don't know. I passed out.
It's kind of high. Like when you're going to a blackjack table and it's minimum 15.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the comfort of the bed in the room.
No. Betting level.
Not betting.
No, not betting level.
Okay, I'm on the same page now.
Yeah, so I know that like the money seemed to go quick in the Aria.
Well, I do penny slots, so they had penny slots.
I was playing craps and it was $10 minimum bet, so it went really quick. Yeah, and this was the fake craps, you know, the one that's like Trouble, where you push the button and it shoots the
Trouble.
It's adult Trouble is what it is. I liked it, but the betting level is kind of high. It reminds me a lot of Mandalay Bay's betting level, where it's kind of above and there's definitely a house edge there. But if you're staying at the Aria, you probably got a lot of money because you're usually probably coming in a large group, because I don't think I saw very many people who weren't in a group of 4 or 5.
You're right.
So most of them were college teens, more than likely. Gambling age is 21. Don't do it. It's bad. Okay. All right. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Well, I'm gonna stick with the 5 because, like I said, I do slots and I do penny slots. They had plenty of penny slots.
Cheap ass.
Right.
All right, 4 to 5.
All right, spa.
It was a 5, hands down.
Yeah. My favorite spa will still be Rock Canyon, or Canyon Ranch.
I think
whatever the fuck it's called.
I think if you went to this spa, it would you would be like, nope, we're going here from now on.
I've yet to get a happy ending in Vegas, so I can't say if it's blown my mind, but that's getting into it.
Hasn't blown anything else either.
It's horrible.
You brought up the
So
happy ending.
what's your score?
A 5.
5?
Definitely.
Nice. Restaurants.
I'm gonna give restaurants a 3.
They're so overrated in the Aria.
And we called down to the concierge.
Yeah.
We got a reservation, and then we get down there and they don't serve kids under 6.
Yeah, that was kind of the messed up part. So one thing I noticed is that they've got tons of different restaurants. They've got like French cuisine. They've got all your bases covered. If you ever go to any hotel in Vegas, they're gonna have your stereotypicals. You're gonna have Japanese, you're gonna have Italian, you're probably gonna have French, and you're gonna have a shitty pizza place. And this place definitely had the shitty pizza place. I forget the name of it. It was
50 something, 50 pizza or
Pizza 50, Pizza 51. That's how forgettable it is. Because it was like California Pizza Kitchen, although I would eat at California Pizza Kitchen again. I wouldn't eat at this one place that we stayed at. I'll look it up and I'm gonna put it right here. Wow, that place sucked. And it's just, I think the reason why that place sucked is that nobody paid attention to us, like in basic customer service. I saw the waiter like once, and it was only to get a beer.
it was a waitress.
There were different ones that came. So we got served the pizza by a dude, but the chick who brought us it, we saw her maybe twice.
Yeah.
And I'm not entitled. I don't, particularly care if anybody comes by, but when you're starving and it's like 9 o'clock and it's a dinner rush and you don't see any way, it's not like I saw them anywhere else, is the thing.
Right.
Like, it was like they were playing spades in the background, right? It's not like they were out on the floor actually entertaining anybody or, talking to them, whatever. So I didn't like that. And then Blossom, whenever we called, because I'll always call the front desk and be like, hey, what do you recommend? And they recommended that we go to Blossom, and which was totally in our price range. We like to spend a lot of money when we go out because why not? You're eating a nice meal from some of the best restaurants in the world are in Las Vegas. And we get there, and it was like they discriminated against children, which was kind of messed up, And they didn't say that. They don't say that in their book. It's like they took a look at my daughter and was like, oh, she's cranky. We don't want that in our restaurant right now. And I did not enjoy that at all.
And so that's how we ended up at the pizza place. It's because now here we are. It was like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
We're trying to eat dinner, and the restaurant that we had booked a reservation for and told them that we were going to need high chairs. So we should have been told right then and there that they weren't going to accept children or babies. And then, so we go to the pizza place, which by the end of our meal, Aria was cranky, but we couldn't even find our waitress or waiter
To get the check.
to get a check.
Pizza was okay-ish though. It was a black truffle pizza, but the rule of thumb is you can't add black truffle to everything and expect it to be worth something. So I don't know. I'm not a chef. I play video games. That's what I do. I'm gonna give it a 3.
I gave it a 3 as well.
Room quality.
Which room?
So the cheaper room, I don't care if it's the cheap or the expensive room. Both of those rooms were simply fantastic.
They were nice.
They were really nice rooms. Like, I can't complain. The cheap room reminds me a lot of the Monte Carlo.
I will agree.
It reminds me a lot of the Monte Carlo, which obviously now is the Park MGM. They rebranded, took away our favorite ramen restaurant in the history of the planet, Show. It pissed me off. The room quality is nice. To walk in and have a combined shower and bathtub in one room, we didn't even have that in the expensive room. And that was a cool concept, where the shower was in the wall and then on the other side it's the bathtub. That was awesome. I did not like being blinded by the 8 million gigawatts vanity mirror that was in there when I turned it on and saw the power of Christ pop into my face. That was amazing. But yeah, that room looked really comfy. Now, we didn't end up staying in that room. We stayed in the expensive room, which you definitely got what you paid for. That was really cool. Here's the issue I had with the room quality of the expensive room. I couldn't tell if anybody could see in our hotel room at any given time.
I don't think they can. I think it's like the reflective on the other side, to where it's
I'd have to. When we go to the Cosmo, we got to get like the side of that so I can see if anybody's like,
able to
waving
see
at us. Yeah. But the room quality, really cool. Here's another bitch that I had about it. We were right outside the Marquee nightclub.
Yes.
And you could hear everything, or Marquee Day Club. So during the day, if you're trying to rest after like getting in through the lobby and you're jet lagged and stuff, and you hear like, sorry, I scare you?
He spooked him.
Oh jeez. Yeah, no, it was really loud. But overall, between the two, the Aria is the most technologically advanced hotel probably in the world. It's rated for that. It's got awards for that. When you walk in, music will start playing. The blinds will draw open. The temperature will automatically adjust. It's a really, really cool hotel. The room quality is easily a 10 out of 10, but we're doing a 1 through 5 scale, so I'm gonna give it a 5. I'd stay there again. I would stay there again, but I'd want a week.
Yes. And if you lock your key in your room,
they'll bitch about it.
They will send somebody up to help you unlock it.
But only if you can verify your identity. I forgot my ID on the inside, so I thought they were going to call the NSA on me. So, fun fact. Amenities. So, when I say amenities, we're talking about more than the room amenities. Having a tablet to control everything was amazing, right? I didn't really use any of the specialty lotions that were there. I don't know if you did either. We didn't really have much time. We stayed 1 day there. But they do have like a full panel of free stuff that you can use. If you want to pay for expensive, overly priced trail mix, you can do that in your room, as well as Fiji water, if that's what you're all about. I wasn't. The amenities of the hotel are the same that you'd expect as a Vegas standard. Starting with the pool. The pool was the coolest pool I've seen. And also the only pool I've seen in Vegas. Basically, there's one major pool, and then the water overflows into a crack, and that's how it keeps recycling it. So you don't have any, in a standard pool, you have the little rectangle boxes with the flappers that your parents always said, don't get too close because it'll suck your head in, you'll drown. That kind of shit.
My parents never told me
They
that.
told me, my parents were special. But yeah, they had that, but the water would overflow and go into these cracks, which were really cool. That was really cool. And then there were 3, actually, I want to say 2 hot tubs, 2 smaller hot tubs, but they were trashed. By the end of the day, they were so trashed.
There was 3.
There were 3?
Yeah, because there's the 2 on the one side. We went to this one, and then the other one. But there was like, nobody was going and cleaning up after people, so there was all sorts of beer cans, glass bottles, like pretty much. There was pretty much a whole bar just sitting empty next to the hot tubs.
Yeah. And then there also, we didn't use it, there's a Sky Lounge pool or something like that. It's a special pool for people who are really rich, is basically what it boils down to. Which we could have easily done, but we didn't know about it, or else I would have.
Yeah, it's the Sky Suites.
Sky Suite. Speaking of which, you also get a lounge if you stay in one of the penthouses, but we didn't check that out either. I think it was outside the time frame of what we were doing.
I went by and they were already closed for the night.
Yeah, so personally, if you're gonna have a lounge for your big spenders, I think it should be open 24/7, always manned. But that's just me. I don't know.
I agree.
Amenities, 4 out of 5.
I'm gonna say 3 out of 5.
Goddamn.
Yeah, I feel like they could have done a little bit more.
Atmosphere. It's a really clean hotel. On
Other than
inside.
the hot tub.
Other than the hot tub. It's a really clean hotel. Very user-friendly. So the thing about Aria is that it's a hotel. It's built really weirdly, but it works. Like, there's a constant flow. When we do the Bellagio video, one of my biggest complaints are going to be the floor layout for the casino, because you can't get anywhere. But in the Aria, it's point A to point B on both sides because of how the hotel is shaped. It's shaped like a Y. So you can walk through the lobby and you can walk straight through the other side. None of this 85 access points things going on. The hotels go straight, or the elevators go straight up. There's 6 elevators. Usually in some of the other hotels you have to wait in a line to get in a room. I never had to worry about that at all because they separate them so well for different floors that I never had to worry about it at all. I never had to wait on the elevator either. And the Venetian I did. I had to wait like 3 minutes one time during rush hour, and I never had that issue. Also, the shops are laid out well. So remember how I said it's in a Y? When you exit from the middle part, it branches off to the pool and then branches off to the buffet. So it's another Y split. So there's always foot traffic going on. It's not nearly as bad as the Venetian or Planet Hollywood or Mandalay Bay or really any of the other major, for all intents and purposes, major hotels. So the atmosphere is really good. Like I said, it's a very contemporary hotel, and I feel like the Cosmopolitan is going to be the same way.
I like the lights and stuff that they had in the lobby. Up in the ceiling.
Lights.
Well,
There's a fountain in the front too. We didn't talk about that, did we? All right.
I really did.
All right. So shows. There are no shows at Aria Resort. There used to be. It was called Viva Elvis, and it was like an Elvis version of Michael Jackson's One and the Immortal Tour and Beatles Love and all that jazz. But unfortunately, it didn't really stick around as much as the other ones did. So after Viva Elvis, they created a show called Zarkana, which was a touring show that eventually got put resident-wise inside of the Aria. And you're hearing the other Aria talk right now. But it was like a conglomeration of all the acts that other ones already used. So they had your stereotypical juggler, you had your stereotypical the guy who jumps on the wheels, and it was nothing unique. There was no story to it. It wasn't like where it's a aquatic adventure, or Ka, where it's this massive storyline, or Mystère, which even as a variety show, I feel Mystère was better. The one that's at Treasure Island, which is not an M Life resort, but we'll cover that eventually. So I'm gonna have to give it a big fat 0 because the theater that used to be there was now part of the conversion for the convention center. So if you want to do a show, it's really whatever convention stuff was there. So overall, she gave it 37 points. I gave it 29 points. The Aria, for all intents and purposes, I give it a 4 out of 5, and she gives it a 5 out of 5. So she finds it to be an amazing hotel. Great start for these videos as far as I'm concerned. So I really enjoyed the hotel. I can imagine going back there. But just remember, I guess my key takeaway for me is bring a lot of money. That's one of those hotels where you've got to have your budget planned, to know where you want to eat, and to get ready to spend a lot of money, because unfortunately you will. But that's Vegas in a nutshell. So what's your takeaways?
Make sure that you ask the restaurants directly on if they take kids under the age of 6, if you have them.
Remember, kids, China doesn't allow you if you're under 6.
Apparently.
Go to Hong Kong. More progressive. Alright, so that's it for this video. If you like what you saw, please hit that like button. Also, don't be afraid to subscribe. We do a lot of awesome stuff here. She does a lot of unboxings. I'm going to do a lot of Las Vegas tips whenever I get the time. And I also do some stuff on my other channel, Fyre Gaming, where we talk about retro games and everything. So that link will be down in the description below. But we really want to focus on these hotel reviews because we might as well do them while we're here. So from our family to your family, go enjoy good vibes. Fyre Fam out.
I like that.